again, and welcome back to PhatPhish Guitar Studio. I'm Dave, and in this video I want to talk a bit about the business side of things, the idea of how you can make money from YouTube. Because I've been making money on YouTube for a few years now. I consider it to be something that I do, and if I meet somebody new and we're talking and we're doing the usual getting to know you stuff, where you live, what job you do. I say, oh well, one of my jobs is a YouTube content creator. That's something people often find fascinating. So, well, how do you actually do that as a job? How do you make money from YouTube? I'm comfortable with the idea of being a consumer, sitting watching videos on YouTube, but how do you actually generate an income from it? And there's a few different ways, but I thought I'd talk about my experiences, kind of help you understand how I run my channel, and it might be useful for you if you're a creative person, you're wanting to get into kind of taking it to the next level and being a content creator on YouTube and making some sort of an income from it. Now, to be able to make an income from YouTube the way that I do, you have to be achieved a thing called you're eligible for monetization. I achieved that because early days, I mean, we're going back probably 10, maybe 12 years now. God, how time flies. I had a video, one of my earlier videos on YouTube. It got picked up by somebody, another YouTuber who had a much bigger following than me. I think he'd shared it, or in some way he'd done something that brought other followers, like his followers came in on my channel. The view counts went up, the followers count for me went up. And consequently, I kind of hit some sort of threshold within YouTube that said, right, you're now eligible for monetization. Which means we can run advertising on your videos and you get a cut of that. In case you hadn't realized, that's largely how YouTube make their money. They sell advertising space to companies. So if you're watching this video, you've probably seen some sort of banner advert came up along the bottom of the screen. There's probably advertising down there or down around somewhere else on the screen while you're watching this. And you'll see this on other people's videos. Adverts get placed in videos. YouTube make money from the advertisers for that, and then they give you a cut of it if you're eligible for monetization. I'll go full disclosure. I have a number of jobs. I have a regular day job, but I make money from YouTube. I make money from PhatPhish software. I have side hustles like PhatPhish guitar picks. I'll make and sell these things, and the YouTube income, it kind of supports that, which is why I'm not particularly aggressive with my advertising. Like I say, you'll see adverts coming up along the bottom of the videos. You will very rarely see on my videos like pre-video adverts. You certainly won't see videos just stopping in the middle to show you an advert. I can select what advertising I show, and I tend to pick the less intrusive types, the ones that really break the flow of the video. I choose not to do, because I'm not desperate for income from YouTube. I say I have income from other sources. So I kind of get the balance between something that will generate an income for me from the videos, but keeping it an enjoyable, tolerable user experience for you, so you're not getting adverts like rammed into your eyeballs every 5 seconds. So I generate an income from that. I do so because I reached some threshold in terms of number of viewers or number of subscribers or something like that meant I was now eligible. I'm not sure exactly what the factors are nowadays that you're judged by, but certainly you can't just start making money off YouTube. You need to have reached a certain number of views on a video or a certain number of subscribers, and then YouTube will make you eligible for monetization. And then when you upload your videos, there's options. Do you want to monetize this? What kind of adverts do you want to show? It's all, the pre-roll video adverts, skippable video adverts, banner ads, that sort of thing. So that's the primary way that I make money from YouTube videos. But there are other means, and I thought I'll talk about those because I was approached by somebody that one of the things about having a certain number of subscribers or a certain number of views is that companies will look at who's out there on YouTube that might have an audience, that YouTuber's audience is the same bunch of people that they want to market a product or a service to. Now, I had an approach a few weeks ago. Somebody sent me an email. I'm not going to say who the company were, and they said, okay, we've got this product/service. We think it would be of interest to your viewers. We'd like to sponsor videos. And it was, for me, it was actually quite an attractive deal. They were prepared to pay me a fairly handsome 3-figure sum just for making a video. And then there was like an affiliate link that they would give me, and anyone who bought the product or service on the back of that, I'd get, I think it was about £50 or something, kickback on that. And I looked at it and I thought, well, for the amount of people who watch my videos, I really don't think you're going to be making your money back on this. I think I'm going to be getting more in sponsorship money and affiliate money than you will be getting from people buying your product or service. So on the face of it, it was a no-brainer. All I had to do was make a video. But you'll notice in the past few weeks, I haven't made a whole lot of videos because I've been quite busy with other things, but you haven't seen any videos from me that said, this video is sponsored by X. And the reason for that is because I turned the offer down. I turned sponsorship offers down for a number of reasons, and the main reason I turned this one down, and it got me thinking about why I wanted to make this video, was because it was from a product service that I don't use. And it was something I'm aware of. I know other people who use it, but I honestly, in good faith, I couldn't come on camera, talk to you and say, this video is sponsored by X, and tell you about this product or service and kind of imply that I endorse it when it's not a product that I use. I need to be operating within my own ethical boundaries, and taking money from somebody to say that to advertise their product or service when I don't use it and implying some sort of endorsement, that didn't sit right with me. I'd rather not have the income. Like I say, I have other income streams, so I'm not desperate to make money from the videos. So my choice here was to say, well, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not going to take the sponsorship. And this is something to bear in, kind of go off at a bit of a tangent, something you need to bear in mind when you're watching other people on YouTube or other platforms saying, this video is sponsored by X. It's this product. It's really good for doing X, Y, and Z and all that thing. Well, actually, why are you saying that? Are you saying that because you use that product yourself and you genuinely believe it? Or are you literally doing an ad read? Somebody sent you a script about what their product or service is, and you're just reading out what it says, and the company says it's awesome. Here's several hundred, or in some cases several $1,000s. Read this piece of paper that says that the product's awesome. Are you being entirely honest? Say they may use that product or service and think it's wonderful, but you need to bear in mind how the business side of this works. Sponsorships are basically people paying a YouTuber money in return for saying things about their product. I will talk about products and brands and services and so on my channel if I do genuinely believe in them. I've got guitars here that you see me do demos and reviews of, and I've talked about them and said where that guitar came from, who sold me that guitar there, parts caster that built myself. I will quite happily say those are Seymour Duncan Hot Rail pickups. Seymour Duncan did not pay me that, but I think they're great sounding pickups. If you want to build a Telecaster yourself, Hot Rails for Telly have a particular sound. I demoed them in my video. I think they sound really good. I'd quite happily recommend them. I don't need Seymour Duncan to pay me to have an opinion. A lot of the guitar hardware came from Northwest Guitars in the northwest of the UK. They're a fantastic company. I really like working with them. I'll happily give them a shout out. They don't need to pay me. I'll just recommend them because I like it if I talk to somebody and say, I use a particular brand. It doesn't have to be guitar related. A particular brand of baked beans. I prefer this brand of baked beans over something else. I'll try them. Actually, that's really good. I like those. Thank you for your recommendation. But not everything has to be sponsored and paid for. But where I kind of draw the line is where people are saying, I'm going to pay you to have an opinion. Now, another way that I've kind of generated some sort of relationship with companies where there's give and take with YouTube is product. Like I say, a lot of the things you see me playing, like these guitars here and pedals and whatnot, I do demos of my own gear because I want to share my experiences. I like this pedal. I like it for this reason. This is how it sounds. It might influence your own purchasing decision. Like it or not, in my own small way, I am a social media influencer. I get messages from people. Well, I get two types of messages from people. I get messages that say, stop talking, just shut up and play the guitar. But I also get some very positive messages for thank you for demonstrating that pedal or that amplifier or that guitar. I like the way it sounds. I've actually gone on and made an order for one of these myself. I bought one of these pedals, the same pedal or the same amplifier. I love it. I did it on the back of your recommendation. Thank you for the suggestion, which is really cool. But I also get supplied with things. You know, good example is guitar pedals. Guitar pedals are quite often given to YouTubers to do demos of, and there's two because they're fairly easy to transport, I guess. But there's two sort of relationships that you get into with the company for this sort of thing, where they supply you with a product. They say, here's an amplifier or a pedal. Let's talk about pedals because it's a fairly typical example. They say, here's a pedal. Shoot a demo, review it, send it back, and we'll pay you for your time. We'll pay you to make this YouTube video. You know, if you then want to sell advertising on the YouTube video on the back of it or whatever, that's up to you. But that's the relationship you have with the product supplier. They give you the product, they pay you to make a video, and you send the product back. Alternatively, you may get the product, and basically that's the deal. So a company would approach me, say, we've got this new this overdrive pedal. We'll send it to you. If you could make a video, demonstrate it, talk about it. We're not going to pay you, but just, look, it's not worth sending it back. Just keep the pedal. If you want to have a free pedal, that's great. If you want to then sell that on eBay or whatever, it's up to you. It's now your pedal. Do what you want with it. But with any video like that, you have to declare as a YouTuber, you need to declare on your videos that it's a paid promotion, whether it's cold hard cash being paid to you for making a video, or it's payment in kind where someone's provided you with a product. You still need to declare it. And there's loads and loads of people are making videos on that basis where they've got enough of a profile that they're visible to guitar manufacturers, pedal manufacturers, whatever, and those manufacturers get in touch with them and say, here's a product, would you make a video? Now, I've done a few of those, but I always do them under a fairly fixed set of circumstances. Most important of all is, if I do a pedal review for somebody else and they provide me with the pedal, I take it on the understanding that anything that I say about that in a video is my opinion. I'm not going to say it's good because they've told me you need to say it's good because we're giving you this thing. If I say it's good, it's because I've played it and I found it to be a good sound or well built or whatever. If I say positive things, it's my personal opinion. It's not words that have been put into my mouth. And likewise, having made that video, if I've said something negative about it, I don't allow the product manufacturer to take the words out of my mouth and say, well, we don't like what you said in that video, I want you to take it down. No, we have a clear business understanding beforehand that the product is provided for me to do an unbiased review, and my opinion is my own. When you get a product from somebody, they might provide you with like a press pack or some sort of information sheet about it, and I'm always very careful as well about what I say about a product based upon what the manufacturer says. If somebody provides me with an argument's sake an overdrive pedal, I'll probably look on their website or look at the information that comes with it. So I've got an understanding of what it is that I'm reviewing. If I look at some product literature and it says this is like an overdrive pedal, it's heavily inspired by a tube screamer, but it's got a more adaptive tone stack and a slightly more transparent sound. Okay, I kind of know what I'm dealing with. Hey guys, here's a pedal, I'm going to demonstrate it for you. This is the kind of sound it's pitching for. Let's see how it sounds, and we'll talk about it and we'll play it and all that sort of thing. And then I'll pass judgment and say, yeah, that truly sounds like what they set out to achieve. It's a tube screamer, but it's more transparent or whatever. Or I'll say, well, I think I know what they were shooting for, but they missed. It's actually not a very good sounding pedal. It's my opinion, I'm allowed to give that. I might read words verbatim if it's a description of the product, but if that product literature strays into words like, it's an awesome sounding pedal, it will make you a better guitar player because it's going to inspire you. No, I'm not going to say that because that's not my opinion. I'm going to look at that pedal and assess it on its merits, how it presents itself to me, not what the manufacturer says. If I play it and it does genuinely inspire me so much and I feel I'm a better guitar player, I'll say that, but I'm not going to quote descriptive words about a pedal that imply a rating or a judgment of how good it is based on somebody else's say so. I will always make that final judgment. That's my channel. I know a lot of other YouTubers who follow similar sort of ethical guidelines, if you like, but not everybody. So just kind of a word of warning to you when you're watching pedal reviews and guitar reviews, equipment reviews and all that sort of thing. Think about what circumstances that piece of gear got into the YouTuber's hands under, and is it truly an unbiased review, or are they actually just, when they say this is an awesome pedal and it'll make you a better guitar player, are they just saying that because that was what was on the piece of paper that came in the mail with the pedal when they do the demo? You know what I mean? So kind of going back to the main theme, yes, I can make money from YouTube. There's ways you can do it: advertising, sponsorship, product reviews and whatnot. But I do it, and I would urge you, if you want to make money from YouTube, I do it to do the same thing. Do it under a set of ethical guidelines. So you're only doing and saying things that you're comfortable with. You're not allowing people to buy your opinion. So I think that fundamentally that's a wrong thing to do. There's other ways you can make money from YouTube. I guess when you get into other sort of like side channels, things like Patreon, where people can sign up to Patreon, pay you a certain amount of money each month for like access to additional videos or ad-free content or whatnot. I've not really got into that because I find it puts me under a certain amount of pressure. There's times I'm really busy, as has happened in the past month or so, where I can't just churn out regularly a video a week like I want to. I need to take my foot off the gas and concentrate on whether it's other teaching or recording or something else. So I don't want to have the pressure of, I've not only got my YouTube schedule, but I've got my Patreon schedule to make other videos. That just wouldn't work for me. It might work for you. It's not a channel for me. And lastly, the other thing that I do use is a service called Ko-fi. If you look at the end card on my videos, there's various links. The last one on the list is Ko-fi. The idea behind this is just like a virtual tip jar. Buy me a coffee. If you like the video enough, you don't want to get into, I don't have Patreons or anything like that. But if you want to say thank you, yeah, buy me a coffee. Go to my Ko-fi link and just transfer me some money. It's like giving me cold hard cash, but it's kind of dressed up as the buy me a cup of coffee. And there's various other services, similar sort of things, like virtual tip jars. So if you want to make money from videos like this, if you're not monetized on YouTube, but you think there might be a way that you could generate income, look at things like Patreon, look at things like Ko-fi, or I think buymeacoffee.com I think is another one that people use, where there's a means of people being able to give you kind of a bit of a cash kickback as by way of a thank you. That's a thing. But as I said, with me and Patreon, think about what it is you're committing yourself to. If you're saying, I'm going to do a Patreon where I'm going to give you an extra video a week, have you got the sufficient time and resources to do your regular stuff and make that extra video for your Patreon viewers that's worth the extra money that they're spending? If you're rushing, oh crikey, I've got to do my Patreon video, and you just lash together something at the last minute and it's all a bit lackluster and low effort, that's not good value for money for your Patreons. That's probably not an avenue for you. You need to know that you can back up your commitment to Patreon by actually making good quality content. Okay, so there you go. That's my thoughts on making money from YouTube and being ethical about it. And hopefully that's kind of giving you some thoughts about what you might want to do if you're a YouTuber or you're somebody who wants to make videos, and think about being able to take that to the next level and start to generate a bit of an income from YouTube or whatever. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click like down there. If you really enjoyed it and you want to see other videos that are posted onto the channel, then please click subscribe also down there, and click the bell icon so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video to the channel. You're welcome to leave a comment. I don't always see comments that are left on videos. YouTube's a bit rubbish at notifying me about that. So if there's a specific question that you want to ask me, whether it's about YouTubing or guitar playing, guitar equipment, music theory, anything at all, you're better off going here, filling that form in, send your question in through that route. I'm guaranteed to see it, and I can get around to answering your question in a future video. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.